Welcome to my Persian kitchen. Let me take you on a culinary journey of Iran. I'll introduce you to the ingredients, the dishes, and the people of this enchanting and misunderstood country. I was born in Iran, but spent most of my life outside, dreaming of the foods I'd grown up with. I inherited my love of food from my grandparents, who grew prized grapes and other fruits and vegetables on their land, and my father, a well-known restaurateur. Now a chef and cookbook author, I have the chance to go back and rediscover the sights, sounds, and tastes of the Persia I once knew. To show you how easy it is to recreate this style of cooking at home, you'll see how I prepare Persian food in my own kitchen abroad using everyday, store-bought ingredients. I'm Ariana Bundy, from my land and kitchen to yours. This is Tehran, a vibrant city of 14 million people and the heart and soul of modern Iran. Iran is famous for its bustling bazaars, and one of my favorites is Bazaar Itachi in North Tehran. The sheer variety and quality of the fresh food here is astounding. Helping me to explore its delights today is restaurateur and food blogger Payam Kashani.
Well, it's a great day. Let me take you around Tajish. I know you love this place.
I know.
We can go around together and look at all the great food that there is.
Very good idea.
So as you know, Tajish is very famous for the best of the fruit that is in season. People who want to...
Sorry. Sort of everything in one place.
Everything in one place and all in the best quality. And if you look at the figs, these have just come into season. So these are, I believe, elephant plums, in Farsi called alu khaki. Over here you have fresh broad beans.
Oh yes, all clean and nice, ready to go.
Yeah, wonderful. They're all skinned as well, yeah?
From Maggies Pulao with lamb shank and herb dilled rice.
Beautiful fragrance, beautiful texture.
And this special thing.
Yeah, this is pache baghala from Gilan region. And they use this to make
Baghala
baghala, of
the
course.
one and only.
Yeah.
As well as fruits, Iranians are obsessed with fresh herbs. No dinner table is complete without a basket of basil, mint, and spring onions, which are eaten between bites of the main meal.
Here we have spring onions, or scallions as the Irish say.
Glorious.
Great bulbs. And over here...
Imagine having it as a centerpiece at the dinner table.
Oh, it's
honestly.
wonderful. I love to have these fresh, but of course they have a little bit of a fragrance, right?
As Iranians hate smelling bad.
Very rude. Who picks the best watermelon? Should we have a competition? That's what they do. That's what they do. They listen for the sound.
So what do you have to look out for? What do you have to hear?
Traditionally, you hear the sound, and as long as it's... let's pick one out. Whoa, it's quite a big one.
It's quite heavy.
Yeah, the reverberations, or the feel the vibrations. So I wouldn't pick this one.
از این بهتر هست آقا ببخشید. Sorry,
That's
I was
okay.
doubting you.
No problem.
هندونه نراقی.
So, it's actually quite difficult.
عراقی.
Let's open up some
All
space
the
for our own
Iranians are going to
melon.
be cracking up with my bad
Shay,
Farsi.
you want to do the honors?
No, you go ahead.
So here's the moment of truth. Let's go all the way around. Oh, I'm cutting very unevenly. Here's the moment of truth.
Wow!
So
Gorgeous!
this is a sin, cutting out the heart.
Really?
Yes. It's great. I am the king of watermelons.
You picked the perfect watermelon, my friend.
Thank you.
Alongside the fruit and vegetable stalls are tiny shops crammed from floor to ceiling with artisanal products.
Oh, this beautiful garlic pickle.
This is the baby garlic, right?
You're gonna have a bite?
Is that what it is?
Yes, that's
I've
exactly
never
what
had
this
any.
is. It's worth it.
میشه از این خورد؟ شام بخوریم دیگه.
Let's try.
Bah, bah, bah. The skin on top of this yogurt is divine. So creamy and smooth. اصل از کجاست؟ آذربایجان. Famous. سبلان. بسه خوب. مرسی خیلی ممنون.
Oh my god, look at that.
Sarshi clotted cream with honey from Azerbaijan.
فقط زیاد نخورین خیلی قوی هسته.
You heard him.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm not listening. آبخوره داری؟
بله این آبوره.
چند تا نوع داری؟
بی‌نمک آفتابی هم هستش. نجوشونده است.
برای چی استفاده میکنی؟
واسه غذا که ترش غذای ترش و واسه چربی سوزی و اینا خیلی عالیه.
چربی سوزی؟
I used to have shots of this after food.
Really? Oh my
Like
god,
this.
I remember doing that as a kid. We used to have little shots because it sort of cleansed the
It was
system.
good for fun. I mean,
It was
it's
good for
beautiful
fun.
taste.
Versus shots.
Yeah, just any time of the day.
All that talk of verges makes me crave some qure, the small, unripe grapes that it's made from. I wonder if we can find any here.
Now here are the young grapes.
Qure,
Right here.
yeah. This is my favorite.
Oh, look at that.
Beauty.
I used to pick these off and have them as I love sour stuff.
Yeah, at my grandparents' house, they had
The vines.
the vines. And we used to just pick them and eat them like that.
And wear your teeth out.
I love it. My grandparents own land near the town of Qazvin in one of the main grape producing regions of Iran. I would get so excited when crates of juicy grapes would arrive at our home in Tehran. Some of the fruits were eaten straight away, of course. Others were dried into raisins, while the juice was reduced to make verges, and the vine leaves were rolled to make delicious dolmez. Nothing was wasted. Summers at my grandparents' place in the country were dreamy for a 6-year-old little girl who was allowed to sleep under the stars in the middle of cherry orchards until her parents carried her back inside. It was a time when children were allowed to roam free and be children and feel safe. No question, the best Iranian cook I know is my mom. There's nothing she doesn't know about Iranian food. So my friend Nagme and I have come to her house to learn how to make one of the most distinctive Persian dishes, the lamb and herb stew Ottoman Sabzi. So you're going to show us how to make Ottoman Sabzi.
Yes.
So what do we start with? You got some herbs.
You got spinach, parsley,
Yep, flat leaf
coriander,
parsley, yep.
and
Chives, fenugreek, shambalile.
Exactly.
Okay.
We have all prepared.
Okay.
So we have to cut that in small pieces.
Okay, do you want us to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay, now Majun, you want to do it? You want me to do it? Okay. All right, and then what do you need?
You just chop that, and then
Okay.
we start frying the herbs.
How many herbs we've got here? 4 or 5 in total?
5.
5. So we can call it a 5-herb stew.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
already made here.
Okay.
Just put
Okay.
it here.
Okay, it's already
What
looking
you do,
great.
you start frying these. Meanwhile, you
Okay.
have to cut the meat.
What is this? What
What
kind
you
of meat
do,
is it? Lamb
this
or
is
beef?
lamb.
So big chunks like this.
It's much better when it's chunky because
Okay. Some people
otherwise-
like smaller chunks, other people like bigger chunks.
No, Ottoman Sabzi is basically bigger chunks.
Big chunks. That's
Yeah.
right, you're right.
So what you do, you put this onion on the pots. Excuse me. Once you do this, you always add the salt to the onion because it
Okay.
makes it golden.
Golden, yeah. Okay.
After you fry the onion,
Uh-huh.
you add the meat.
You told me once that in our family we cook this less than other people. Some people fry it until it gets
Yeah.
kind of dark.
Yeah, normally keep it a bit greener, not
Yeah.
too dark.
Do this. Okay, cut. And some turmeric, right?
Right.
This much?
There.
Okay.
You have to add a little bit of salt to the meat.
You said you wanted a piece of bone in there.
Yeah.
And this is for what?
This is just for make it taste better.
More flavor. Okay, what else we need here?
Nat Geo, can you wash 4 of these pieces of dry lemons?
Dry lemon?
Yeah.
Omani limes, or limu amani, unlike the name suggests, are actually grown in Iran for the local market. The best limes are found in the town of Shiraz.
Oh.
They're dried under the sun to produce this incredibly complex ingredient, which adds a sour note to Persian dishes.
Both sides?
You add everything at the same time.
Even this.
Even that, yes. Everything.
So now you've added the Omani limes, the meat, the onions, the piece of bone. What do you want to add? Do you want to add the beans?
Yes, I can add the
Which have
beans.
been pre-soaked in water overnight?
Exactly. Just strain the water.
Yeah, otherwise you get really bad gas, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you just add the beans.
Okay. Wow.
And then we just add the water.
Excellent.
You put the top, it takes 40 minutes to cook.
Once this is cooked for 40 minutes, we add the herbs?
We add the herbs and then we stir it.
Okay.
It's good, no?
Yeah, it smells great. So how do you know it's done?
You can tell from the oil coming on the top.
Yes.
That's Aqua Sabzi is done.
Okay.
That's
When
it.
you've got a little bit of oil on top. No
Exactly.
matter how much oil you put in there,
No matter how.
you're still going to get a tiny bit of oil that rises to the surface, and then you'll
Exactly.
know that it's done.
Exactly.
Excellent. It's nice and tender and yummy.
Smells good, right?
Smells good. The color is nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you. While the Aqua Sabzi is cooking, I pop back into town to pick up some of my favorite childhood dessert, Aqua Mashti ice cream. Named after the man who opened the first ice cream parlor in Iran, Aqua Mashti ice cream is flavored with rosewater, pistachio, and saffron. Now, what could be more Persian than that? There are so many wonderful flavors in here. All the different herbs and the tender meat and the lime. It's so fresh, yet it has such depth of flavor. It tastes unlike anything you've ever had. Absolutely gorgeous. This is, you can taste the difference. Inspired by the Aqua Mashti ice cream I ate in Tehran, I'm going to recreate that particular recipe here at home. And it's a really, really simple recipe. All you need is milk. And if you wish, you could change that to almond milk or rice milk. I'm also gonna add some sugar. And just bring your milk up to the boil. And once the sugar dissolves, add your salep, the root of the wild orchid, ground up, or gum mastic. And it gives this ice cream a sort of gelato feel, very stretchy, very delicious. Hence the reason why we don't put any eggs. And it's sticking to the bottom. We're gonna use the other side because no one will know, right? You're all alone in the kitchen. You can do whatever you want to do. And then the most important part of this ice cream is the rose water. Again, my favorite rose water in the whole world. From the fields of Kashan. Big splash of that. And lastly, saffron. Yes. As soon as you start pounding the saffron, you can smell it a mile away. Okay, hot water. to dilute it and bloom the saffron, and then add it to your ice cream base. And this is what gives this custard its beautiful golden yellow color. And now all you need to do is let this mixture cool before you add it to your ice cream machine. I then freeze some lightly sweetened heavy cream in a tray and break into the mixture for some interesting texture. Don't do what I just did with the saffron. It's so extravagant. Back in Tehran, I'm in downtown, near the grand old bazaar to visit Dieese Restaurant, a Tehran institution and a perfect place to sample classic Persian dishes. Salam. حال شما خوبی؟
خوبی خیلی خوش آمدید. قربان شما از اینکه میزبان شما هستید. خیلی خوشحالم.
We got all the great Iranian dishes like Dieese Pulao, sweet and sour barberries, and Maggies Pulao, which is something I've never had. Plump, juicy raisins, seedless, perfect. And then Baghli Pulao with mahiche, which are lamb shanks. Oh, and this one, which is Akbar juje. And this is going to be my first time. It's got some pomegranate molasses on top. Lovely. Check this out. Beautiful. It's like dunk confit. Have some of this famous sib zamini, which was my grandmother's favorite. Some yummy lamb, sour Omani limes, and split peas with saffron. Let's try this Maggies Pulao. And some raw onions. And some kabab kubide. Very nicely made. And of course you've got Baghli Pulao, the dilled rice with fava beans. And lovely lamb shanks. Check this out. Some mustard khiyar. So I can see some dried dill, some yogurt, some rose petals. A little bit sour. Wash it down with some araq nana, sort of a minty sweet drink. Fantastic. Wish you were here. In search of something sweet, I'm going uptown to a jewel of a place called Kakaako Sizzle, which is located in one of the luxury shopping malls that have recently sprung up in the city. Sohail, the owner, is a passionate foodie and a risk-taking entrepreneur who is breaking the mold of the traditional Iranian pastry shop.
و اینجا میتونید بسته‌بندی چوبیمون رو ببینید و یه سری شیرینی‌ها و شکلات‌ها.
Now for the taste test.
از اینا
Yummy!
بفرمایید تست کنید. این با قهوه و فندقه، این با سرکه بالزامیک، ترافل دارک چوکلت، زعفرون و گناشی 60%.
Ooh, saffron. I will
Vale.
try the saffron. Let's see. Beautiful. I really can taste the saffron.
نوشید جان. و اینجا هم دوباره توت فرنگی رو داریم، میلک چاکلت، ترافل میلک چاکلت، پسته و دوباره زعفرون.
I think I'll go for this one.
اوکی. از قبل ما شیرینی فروشی حالت خیلی سنتی داشته و همه چی خیلی کیلویی بوده و تقریبا یه 30 سالی 40 سالی تمام این شیرینی‌ها تقریبا یه روال خیلی یه نواختی رو داشته و ما کوکی باکس تقریبا یه کانسپت خیلی امریکایی داشته، تونستیم تو چیز کیک بذاریم، براونی بذاریم.
جوات هم لکره، همه چی مثل جواهر میمونه. این چیزی بود که راجبش خیلی فکر کردی؟ فکر می‌کنی مارکت ایران آمادگی رو داره؟
اولش خب همه به من میگفتن که توی ذره خلی که داری این کارو میکنی، خب این فرهنگ تو ایران هیچ وقت نبوده، ولی ما میدونستیم چون که اون با توجه به این فضایی که تو ایران بود و همه چی انگار داشت عوض میشد و یه ذره این فضای لوکس و همه چی یه ذره تغییر کرد تو چند سال گذشته که لسزون درست شد و تو لسزون ما تماما سعی میکنیم که اون حس جولری شاپ رو بده، چون که شکلات همون یه تیکه الماسه است، دست درستش میکنه و واقعا همون فیلینگ الماسه رو داره واقعا.
Pre-revolution, a lot of restaurants were out there. You know, we're talking about great Chinese food, great French, notably my father's restaurant, Chez Michel, where he flew the chef from Paris and had, you know, the Maître D was from France. And then you had, you know, all these other cuisines that were prevalent then, and then revolution came and it all stopped. And now there are newer things happening as well. But what do you think about all these foreign foods coming into Iran? So first came the fast food scene that took over Iran with the hamburgers and the hot dogs and the pizzas. And then go and dabble in Thai and Italian and French and all that. Fantastic to be making great, you know, foreign food. But do you think instead of concentrating on bringing all of these things, we could do something with our own food? Because it's dying out.
Well, let me phrase it another way. I believe that the reason we're talking about French cuisine or Italian cuisine is because they have created centers for development and excellence of their cuisine. And we don't have this. We don't have anywhere where the talent is gathered. So, for instance, to be able to register and develop it further, it can be taken to the next level. It can be different yet familiar.
Exactly.
Yeah? So Iranian food doesn't have to remain in your grandmother's kitchen. It can come out into the modern cuisine scene and be presented as something that is very sophisticated.
Inspired by Payam's words, now I'm going to present a classic Persian dish in the most sophisticated way I can. Give me action, baby.
Action.
So I'm gonna make masto khiyar, which means yogurt and cucumbers. And this is an incredibly easy dish, and you can eat it as an appetizer, as a side dish, or as a light main course at night with a piece of bread. And the lovely thing about this is that it's using Persian cucumbers, which are compact and really delicious and very aromatic. You can either grate this, or you can cut them into cubes. And I like to keep the skin on. What I love about this dish is a perfectly balanced dish and the doctrine of the hot and cold, which is prevalent in all Persian dishes. Everything's got to be hot and cold, sort of perfectly balanced. This dish tends to be more cooling, but it does have hot elements like walnuts and raisins. And then you've got the cooling elements, which are the cucumber, the yogurt. So I'm using Greek yogurt and some sour cream and some regular plain yogurt. This is to sort of mimic the sourness found in the villages of Iran. But you can very well use just plain yogurt and add a tad bit of lemon juice to it. Or just don't bother at all. Okay, now I'm gonna add my cucumbers. And add the herbs, which are really, smells lovely. And I use a mixture of fresh mint and dried mint because they have totally different flavors. Just roll your herbs around. Perfect, perfect spring and summer dish. Okay, and then I've also picked up some scallions or spring onions. Just dice them quite finely. You can also add a little bit of garlic into it, like a clove of garlic, fresh garlic grated into it. Wow, look at all these colors. Similar to an Indian raita and a Greek tzatziki, but it's got so many different ingredients in it. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit of the dried mint, some walnuts. I like to roast my walnuts. They get super crunchy. Some raisins, and sometimes some people use tiny grapes in here instead of raisins. Makes it really fresh. Salt, fresh pepper. And just serve it in a pretty bowl. I remember my grandmother used to make this, and she used to put it in a huge terracotta bowl, and we used to eat it outside, al fresco, at night, under the stars with the gas lamps and the crickets all around us. If you like to, you can add a couple of ice cubes to this to keep it nice and cool. And last but not least, add some beautiful Persian rose petals. Who would have thought you could use rose petals on your food? But it just adds some color and some lovely aroma to this dish.